Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. No matter what time you're watching this video, we hope all is well. If you're watching this on the actual day 6, then we hope you enjoyed your weekend. We hope you took action on some of the things that we told you to do. We hope you got some of those letters sent off and really started the process as it relates to bettering your credit. So it is day 6 of the 30-day challenge, and of course you got yours truly, Mr.
and Mrs.
Smith, your instructors of the 30-day credit restoration challenge. And today we just want to go into day 6. As you know, previously when we went over modules 1 through 5, and then module 5 we really dove in deep on showing you all of the letters that you had access to, told you exactly what you needed to do in order to mail those off properly, and the videos broke it down. You had downloadables, the whole nine. So you actually had to get your hands dirty, but I'm sure it was easy and well worth it. In day 6, this is another serious module that you really want to take seriously from a standpoint of discipline, and you'll know why we say that. So as you can see, we're at the My Credit system. This is what it looks like. If you've already logged in, we won't go through the login process because, of course, you already know how to log in by now, hopefully. So I'll go ahead and click on the My Credit system. Well, actually, I already have it pulled up. So I just wanted you to see how this looks. Go to the My Credit system. Then it'll take you here. And, well, you'll go to another place and you'll have to enter the 750 credit plan area. But once you're inside, this is where you'll be. So as you can see, we have modules all the way to where we are now, which is module 6. And I'm going to go ahead and click on module 6 so you can see what is entailed in this area. Now, in module 6, it's broken up into 6A and 6B, but then we'll veer off to another area. But let's talk about module 6A. This is lowering your credit utilization.
Yes, as you can see, the video is only 5 minutes and 51 seconds, you guys. As we stated in the 5-day challenge, credit utilization is something that you have 100% control over, okay? It's 100% up to you. There's several different ways to reduce your credit utilization. You can request a credit limit increase on your current cards, new lines of credit, becoming an authorized user, and then, of course, income shifting. So we're going to get into that, you guys. Credit utilization makes up nearly 30% of your credit score, okay? So it's really, really important for you to focus and put a lot of emphasis on this area, okay? 6B talks about reducing your credit card debt with income shifting. Now, why in the world are we talking about your credit card debt? Well, your credit card debt is a portion of credit utilization. It's a major factor. Another thing that you have to think about is it is revolving debt, not installment debt. So revolving debt is something that you want to get control of, and you want to get that down as soon as possible.
Yep, and being that it's revolving debt, you see, that's what credit utilization is. It's centered around your revolving debt.
Mm-hmm.
Without revolving debt, there is no credit utilization. So that's all about your credit card. And what I want to point out is something that, you know, we told you about it, but we didn't tell you about it as it relates to credit utilization. Right here where we talk about becoming an authorized user. When we talked about becoming an authorized user previously, it was centered around credit history. However, becoming an authorized user on someone's account also reflects your credit utilization. So if they have good credit history, it betters your credit from that aspect. But if they have great credit utilization, it also makes you look as though you have a higher utilization and you're not using as much of your credit limit just by riding someone who has great credit history as well as credit utilization. So it's another strategy. And income shifting is a strategy that we really take pride in, because when you go to someone else to restore your credit or pay them to repair your credit, and let's just say they charge you $500 or $1,000, this is the area that they typically cannot help you in. They only focus on one area, but as you know by now, credit is based on 5 factors, and you got to approach all 5 with a vengeance, and most of them do not have a solution for income shifting or a solution for credit utilization. So this is what we do. We use a strategy known as income shifting, and it shows you how to reduce your credit card debt. Now, what is income shifting? Income shifting is a strategy where an individual moves a portion of their current wages from one underutilized source to a more efficient source. One such source is income taxes. Over 80% of taxpayers overpay their taxes due to a mistake found on their withholding statement called the W-4 form. So basically, it's connected to the W-4. So if you are employed, you have a job, just understand that over 80% of Americans are overpaying in taxes because they have an error on their W-4. If you just so happen to be amongst those 80%, then this will be very, very beneficial to you. On average, when people correct their W-4, it takes about 5 minutes, they're able to bring in additional $200 to $500. An additional $200 to $500 on average, just by applying this strategy. And this one is something that more people are leaning towards due to the fact that it's simple, it's an easy, basically it only takes you 5 minutes to correct your W-4 and then you see it reflected on your check. And I want to dive into the income shifting section so you can understand why we kind of really put this on the forefront versus just minimizing all of your expenses. You see, a lot of people are familiar with the idea of minimizing their expenses. They've heard of Dave Ramsey. They've heard of different things that he teaches, and those things work. We're not saying that they don't work. You paying lower on your bills or minimizing or getting rid of cable, things of that nature. We encourage and teach that as well. But one area that people don't touch is the income shifting aspect, which is correcting that W-4 and getting the extra $200 to $500 on average back into their household and starting applying that towards that, because most people aren't as disciplined when it comes to minimizing expenses or eating ramen noodles or not going out to eat on a regular basis just to make sure that they have additional money to apply towards their debt. But with income shifting, you get that increase and you apply directly to your debt, and we'll show you exactly how that works. So what I did, just so I don't, confuse you, basically all I did was clicked on this income shifting tab, and then it opens up a new window. Another area you can find it is here to the left where it says income shifting. You click on that, and what it'll do is take you to the income shifting section inside of the 750 credit plan. This is a module that teaches you exactly what you need to know as it pertains to correcting your W-4. We go over it. So you'll watch the introduction video, literally less than 2 minutes, and it's just an introduction to what income shifting is. But I pretty much told you a great deal of what it is. Now we show you how to properly correct your W-4. Once you correct your W-4, if you fall into the 80%, then you win big time because you're able to bring in the money that was once going to taxes, and you're able to apply it towards your debt or towards your strategy to build wealth. Now, before I go into the numbers, do you want to touch on anything?
No. Let's keep going. All right, so the next part of the income shifting strategy for you guys is minimizing your expenses, okay? So this is one of the tools that we offer and that we have available that we teach, okay? So look at the numbers that we already have plugged in. Look at your cell phone. Look at eating out, okay? Just 2 examples that we gave you. It's going to ask you your current monthly cost and your new monthly cost, and it's going to automatically give you your monthly savings, okay? So in this example, we gave you your cell phone bill. Let's say it's $100, okay? And you know $100 is low because cell phone bills are way more than that now. But this is just an example, okay? Let's say your cell phone bill is $100. You find a plan or you find a different company where you can only pay $75 a month. Well, the system is going to automatically calculate that you freed up an additional $25 a month in cash flow, okay? Same thing with eating out. Let's say, it's just one of the things that you love to do. You love to eat out. You love to try new restaurants. It's literally in your monthly budget, okay, in your monthly expenses. And let's say you spend $200 a month. Well, let's say you decide, hey, I'm really serious about getting out of debt, so I'm going to lower my budget to only $100 a month. I'm only going to spend $100 on new restaurants until I really get this debt, until I really get my cash flow under control. It's going to automatically calculate that you free up an additional $100. You guys, the minimizing expenses tool is for you to free up cash flow and use that cash flow to pay off your debt. Now, I also must state that it's very, very important. Another thing that we are really stern on teaching in my econ is establishing an emergency fund, okay? You need a mini emergency fund of at least $3,000 minimum. So if you're freeing up this cash flow, you guys, you want to make sure that you're also putting some money away towards your emergency fund. It's extremely important because I want you to think about it. If you freed up your cash flow and you put all of your additional cash flow towards your debt, what's going to happen if you have an emergency? What's going to happen if you have a flat tire or you have to miss a couple of days of work because you're sick or your child is sick? You don't want to have to go right back into debt. You don't want to have to swipe that credit card to pay your bills. You would much rather have the money in a safe place that you could just pull out in case of an emergency, okay? So very, very important. But what we're teaching you here with this tool is paying off your debt. That's a huge factor in the credit utilization. And we're going to teach you strategies to get you to the point where you're extremely debt-free, okay? You've reached the debt freedom, and now you can make other plans with your money.
I love it. Now, see, this right here is about the minimizing of expenses. We told you that you get new money from correcting your W-4, and like she stated, right here, you're minimizing your expenses. So you're just taking a look at what you have. What can you do without in order to create more cash flow? We just gave 2 examples, cell phone and eating out. But you might want to cut the cord, you know, meaning no more cable. You might have some other things that aren't serving you or helping you better your credit. You might want to do away with those things. This is the method that is taught by most people, you know, using the snowball effect is what we'll get into next. But these are just some examples of things that you can do. You put those numbers into the calculator, and it really simplifies everything, and it lets you know what your increase of cash flow is. Now, how do you go about applying that additional cash flow, that 125? Let's talk about it. So, as you can see, income shifting, how to use the debt elimination tool. So now this is all about the cash flow that you freed up. Now, let's just say that your starting cash amount for debt elimination is $1,000, and this may have come from the W-4 adjustment. You might have got $500 or $800 from the W-4 correction. Then you might have freed up $200 more that you can add to that pot, and now you got $1,000. We're just using this as an example. Everybody's situation is different, but this should at least give you something to go off of as a guide. Now, let's say you have a credit card, and it's a Visa credit card, and the balance owed is $3,000. And let's just say that that interest rate is 21%, and your minimum payment is $50. Let's say another one of your debt is timeshare. Let's say you have a timeshare, you have a $5,000 balance left, 20% interest rate, and the minimum payment is $120. Car mortgage, pretty much self-explanatory. You owe $15,000 to the car, $200,000 to the mortgage, and these are your interest rate: 8% for the car, 4% for the mortgage, and your minimum payment is $300 or $1,500 depending on your scenario. Now, once those numbers are plugged in, you hit save and calculate, and you can do this strictly for your credit card and then come back and put in the others, or you can line them all out just so you can have a spread of everything as it relates to all of your debts fully. So it's totally up to you how you want to use this calculator. We just want to let you know how it works and that it's back here. And you can always add more expenses. You might have 10 debts. Add them all in, put it in, and once you put it in, it works out a formula or a way that they suggest that you should go about paying off those debts. So with the numbers that we plugged in, this is what it looks like. All right, so you have $1,000 that you're working with. That's your starting cash for debt reduction. Debt payoff number 1. So you take that Visa, the starting balance was $3,000 as we stated, minimum payment was $50. Your new payment that you're going to be paying is $1,050 because we kept the minimum payment that you were making, but we added that additional $1,000 that you were able to find or free up to that. If you apply that total $1,050 to that debt, you'll be paying that Visa off in 3 months. So now, after you've eliminated that debt, your new cash flow just increased. So you not only just have $1,000, you actually had an extra $50 that once was going to the credit card. So you have a total of $1,050. So now let's snowball this debt and apply it to the next debt. The next one in line, based on the calculator, is the timeshare. So it's a $5,000 balance. You normally were paying $120. Now you add the 120 because you're going to still keep paying that 120, but you include the newfound cash flow of $1,050. So now you have a total of $1,170. You'll have that timeshare paid off in 8 months, just applying that strategy alone. So now your newfound cash flow to apply to the next debt is $1,170. You apply that to the car note. That car note that was $15,000, you have a minimum payment of $300 plus what you just were able to free up from the previous debt eliminations. You have $1,470 that you're able to put on that car paid off in a year and a half, 18 months. So now that $1,470 fully goes towards your mortgage. So you've knocked out a nice amount of debt in under 2 years just off of using the snowball debt, finding that new cash flow, using the income shifting principle that people are using and getting great results. So now you take that money, you apply it towards the mortgage. So you were paying $1,500 a month. You're going to keep paying that plus the newfound $1,470. So now you're paying almost $3,000 a month on their mortgage, and you'll pay that mortgage off in a little bit over 5 years. Well, it actually be 6 years and some change, 88 months to be exact. $2,970 all going towards the mortgage, and imagine how much faster you'll be able to eliminate that debt. So here it is, total debt elimination that you've done just using the strategy is $223,000, and it took you 88 months total to knock out all of that debt, and you're completely debt-free by 2026. Now you got a newfound cash flow of $3,000, $2,970 to be exact. Free money because that money was once going towards debt. So the question is, what are you going to do with that extra $2,970? Do you want to speak on this, or you want to talk about the investment calculator and how they can really get a dose of becoming a millionaire?
Well, no. What I just want to add, you guys, is if you join the 30-day VIP and you literally only want it in for 30 days and you're wondering, why would I keep this membership going? Why would I pay that $35 a month? This is why. Yes. This is why right here we're showing you this income shifting strategy is just extremely powerful in itself. You know, adjusting your W-4, teaching you the debt snowball effect, teaching you how to free up additional cash flow from the money that you are already bringing in. I mean, it's powerful in itself, okay? So I really want you to think about it. Then we're going to take it a step further, and we are going to teach you about investing. Give me 1 second. All right. So let's talk about the investments, you guys, because we have an investment calculator that's also included in this system, okay? So let's say your monthly investment amount is now $2,500 because you are debt-free. The interest rate that you're looking for, because this is the thing that you got to understand about investing. Investing is the best way for you to retire comfortably. See, it's so many people out here who work a job for 20, 30, 40 years. They retire, and then they go right back into the workforce. Guys, it's not because they're bored. It's not because they have nothing to do or they just miss working so bad. It's because they don't have enough money. Okay, Social Security is not enough. So many people are not preparing for retirement. Look at the statistics, okay? They're all over the internet. Just look them up. People are working a job and then going right back out and getting another job in their 60s, in their 70s. I don't know about you. I don't want that life, okay, at all. So we're going to teach you how to invest, how you're going to build true wealth, and how you are going to retire once and for all, okay? So 8% interest rate is what you're going to be looking at. And let's say you do this for 10 years. Let's hit calculate. And I want you to look at that. A monthly investment of $2,500 invested for 10 years at an interest rate of 8% will grow to be worth $457,365, and you can't forget the change, 9 cents. I want you to think about that. Look, statistics show that you need 10 times what you're making annually in order to retire comfortably and not go back into the workforce. Do you think $457,000 can help you do that? I think so.
Absolutely.
You can pick up from here.
Yeah. So if you make $45,000 a year and now you invested your money and it grew to over $450,000 a year, this may be good enough for you to retire on and live on for the rest of your life and not have to worry about getting a retirement job. So many times we see people who are in their elder years and they're working at a store and you know that they were supposed to be retired enjoying their golden years. This is how you do it. That's why you really made a lifetime investment in yourself when you got access to the credit challenge. I know you thought it was only about credit, but once you understand wealth, credit is just one piece to the pie. So you're on track. But now let's talk about you growing your money and building wealth and possibly becoming a millionaire. So stick around and understand that this is a lifetime decision and you want to stick around month after month. Not just the 30 days. I don't want to dive too deep into that because we'll give you some more stuff to really make you understand that you can build wealth along with having 800 plus credit. So let's talk about some other examples because this is $500,000, almost $500,000 just off of 10 years. And notice the amount that you freed up after you paid off of your debt, and my numbers were off, but you paid off everything in a little bit over 7 years. Typically a mortgage is 30 years. So you shaved off 20 plus years of your debt by doing it the way that we're teaching. So let's just say that instead of just investing that money for 10 years, you say, you know what, I saved myself 20 years by applying the strategy they taught. So let me see what 15 years would look like. 15 years invested. That same $2,500 at an 8% interest rate. And 8% is not hard to come by. That's just playing it safe. I promise you there are investments that get double-digit rates of return. We know, we've experienced it. So let's calculate 15 years. Let's see what it grows to. 15 years invested, $2,500 at an 8% interest rate will yield you $865,095. And like she said, you cannot forget the lovely change of 55 cents. Not quite a millionaire, but right at being at $1 million that your investment grew to off of using money that once was going to somebody else. And I'm going to say this, and you might want to write this down and type it in the comments, do something with it. Your money is going to make somebody wealthy. The question is, who will it be? Will it be the banks? Will it be the creditors? Or will it be you? Because you can take the same money that you once were going to give to the people and give it to yourself, and now you can leave generational wealth. Let's go ahead and paint some more vision for you. Let's say you invested it the full 20 years. I'm going to just say the full 20 years. Let's just say that, you know, that's what you did with the same amount of money, same interest rate, nothing different. Let's see what that can grow to. 20 years of what would have been going towards credit cards and mortgages. Now we're talking millionaire status. This is almost 1.5 million. So 1.472,551.04 cents. Just because you took the money that was once going to the creditors, once going to the timeshare, once was going towards your mortgage and your auto loan, and you're building wealth. And we showed you how to get you would have had $2,900 in free money after you paid all of the debt off, but we're just showing you how to take $2,500 of that. So you got $400 extra in free money that you're doing whatever you choose to do, or you may configure these numbers and do some other things with it. The choice is yours. We just want to paint the picture and let you know what's possible just by you bettering your credit, because this process will not only help you boost your credit, but also get you on track to building real wealth. So that's pretty much it. So I just want to kind of do a brief overview. This video will dive in deeper, so you definitely want to take this module serious. Do not take this lightly. This is centered around, your discipline, but at the same time, just using the tools available to you. And, somebody literally could charge $1,000 for the information that we're giving away practically, because we want to see you win. We want your credit score to go up, but not only that, we want to see you build wealth. And keep in mind, we started off at module 6.
Yes.
Module 6 consisted of an A and a B. So you watch those first, but as you get to B, you'll be redirected to the income shifting section where we show you how to increase your cash flow via the W-4 if you fall into that category. But if not, then you use that minimize expense tool to snowball that debt and build wealth. Yes,
I know it feels like we're giving you a lot.
We are.
But we just want you to plug in. You guys, play around with your numbers. Put some numbers in. Sometimes you might go through this and you might see, I just need more cash flow. I have everything down to the minimum already. I need more cash flow. Well, guess what? That's something else that we teach within this system, okay? So just stay tuned, and we will go into that as well. Or you can go ahead and really start digging around on your website. But there is a way to also make money within this income shifting membership that you have, okay? So I really want you to take this serious. This is the most serious module because you are 100% in control, okay? So keep that in mind. Lowering your credit utilization and income shifting is what you learn in this module. Really take it in, really take some notes, and really apply. Also, another thing that I wanted to mention was on Module 5, where you got those letters. Keep in mind, you're going to have to reference those as you go, throughout the month of bettering your credit score, okay? Because those letters, if the first one doesn't work, you got to go back, you got to send the second one. So make sure you make note of Module 5 being the module with the letters, okay? So I just wanted to state that. But today, Day 6, Module 6, we're giving you a lot. Make sure you drop your questions in the comments under this video, and make sure you tag your accountability partner. Tag the person who also joined this challenge with you so that you can make sure that they are also on track and that we are putting in the work towards bettering our situation.
Absolutely. And as it relates to your accountability partner, just to slightly piggyback on what she said, because you might find yourself in a place where you need more cash flow. Keep in mind, one way to create more cash flow is to invite others to the 5-day Credit Restoration Challenge, where we take them under our belt and help them understand the credit platform. And if they decide to graduate to the VIP Challenge, that can create some extra cash flow for you as well. Just want to throw that out there so you can get in motion as soon as possible, because it's your wealth that's on the line. That's all I got. You got anything else, Queen?
Nothing else.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Signing out.